I've been growing food for neighbors, for friends, for over 15 years. When I got out of the military, I grew a lot, started off in buckets, growing like hot peppers were my first love. My name is Natasha Crawford. I am the farmer of Healing Hope Urban Gardens. I have a 1/4 acre plot here at the Petersburg Oasis Community Farm. Here at the community farm, we grow vegetables. I do like to focus on finding crops that are culturally relevant. I like growing stuff from other cultures and then just introducing and educating people about that. Being that I was in the military, I've traveled the world, so I know that there's more out there than just what we see in the grocery stores every day. It's just good to have that diversity and a lot of choices when it comes to what you're eating. We sell at farmers markets. I enjoy doing that because you get to kind of direct face-to-face with your customers. You're getting them excited, you're getting them to try new things. In Petersburg at the library, there is a market inside of there. It's called the market at PPL. And so I will provide products for that market. Right now, they have partnered with a local doctor, cardiologist, and he's prescribing food bags for his patients. So I do provide produce for those bags, and every week his patients will get a bag of produce. I have a lot of family members in the military. My dad was in the Army, my granddad was in the Army, older brother, older sister, military, right? And so I joined the Army. I thought it was just gonna be the best option for me. I said I wanted to travel. Well, I did some traveling. Not all good, of course, but I met amazing people who I still call family today. You know, I still talk to, we still keep in touch, we still check in on each other. I have a few deployments. I deployed to Iraq. I was there during the initial ground war. I had a couple more deployments after that, and yeah, so I traveled. This one's not gonna fit, but I bet it'll fit around that one. When you're in those countries, we have the opportunities to kind of eat outside of the base. So I'm trying Lebanese food for the first time, food from Kuwait, trying these new vegetables and new fruits and asking people about them and how you prepare them and how does it grow. Those were some of my first experiences, but it was mainly just centered around me eating and enjoying trying new things. Because it's just that kind of curiosity, right? Had never had a radish before I was stationed in Korea. I've never had kimchi before being stationed in Korea, and they're one of my favorite foods. I think the skills that we build around being flexible and adaptable and being able to figure out things on the fly, that skill definitely helps out here. Even when you're trying to figure out how to cover your crops or something like that, a lot of those skills translate on the farm from what I learned in the military. Also, I think just the discipline, for sure. You gotta have discipline to do this job because there are things that you need to do on the schedule. When I'm out here, I'm totally just focused on out here. I'm thinking about what can I change for next year, right? What else I can grow out here? Like, what's unique to me? What's unique where if you come to the market and you come to my table, you're gonna see something on my table that you're not gonna find on any other farmer's table. When I'm out here, there's not this sense of urgency. There's not this sense of if we don't get this task done, it's over. Like, it'll never get done. It's the end of the world, right? Whereas I can't speak for everybody else's experience in the military, but most of my military service was spent deployed. So I would say out here, there's a different type of stress, right? But it's not a stress where it's like life or death. It's not a stress where your fight or flight comes in. Because believe me, there's some days where I'm like, oh man, I'm so stressed. Like, I didn't do this, or I got 50 million things. But then I'm like, well, you know what? I'll get them done. It's okay. I can put it on my list, first thing to do when I come back out here tomorrow, right? We'll come back through and mulch. I always tell people, like, this is my mental health therapy, being out here. It's allowed me to still have a purpose, still feel like I'm doing something important. However small of a scale I grow on, it still feels like important work to me. And it is important work. Some of the things that we experienced in the military and during my deployments, and the mental scars that I carry with me from that, they never go away, right? They're never gonna go away for us, but I don't let it run my life. I don't let it overtake my life, because I understand that I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to live this life. I wanna live this life. I wanna enjoy it. I wanna be around good people. And I don't want my mental illness to be a hindrance to that. So I think being out here, that's how it's helped me. Just transitioning from that military life to civilian life. It's allowed me to kind of bridge that gap.